It's time now for the Troup Tigers Kia of LaGrange Saturday morning quarterback show on Eagle 102.3, WLAG 1240 AM, 96.9 FM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now live at the showroom of Kia of LaGrange, Greg Hicks and Coach Lynn Kendall giving you the inside scoop on Troup Tigers football.
Yeah, welcome to the Kia showroom live of Kia of LaGrange and Coleman Vice here with Kurt Snyder kicking off the Troop edition of Saturday morning quarterback here on Lafayette Parkway in LaGrange. We've got a Chick-fil-A biscuits ready to go. Good morning, Kurt.
Good morning, Coleman. Watch this. I'm going to drop and give you 10.
He really is going to do 10 push-ups. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He gave us 10 push-ups.
What about them Troup Tigers last night, son? If you can't get fired up about that, you just ain't alive, son. Now I'm out of breath and can't talk anymore, so kick it to the coaches.
There you go. Come on out to Kia of LaGrange this morning.
Don't try that at home, folks, without professional guidance.
I'm going to tell you what, being a former infantry soldier, those are pretty quality push-ups. I have to give it to you. Good job. I've done a lot of those for fitness and punishment, so I can tell you.
It's funny. We were the wife and I, Amy and Scott, were down at Columbus last week, kind of hanging out, and we saw this what they call the rack. It's a little workout thing, and we don't watch TV, so I didn't know anything about it. I've since Googled it and I found out what the rack is, but it has a little parallel bar on it. So at 250 pounds, I'm thinking, let me see how many I can do. I was good for maybe 1.5, and my 12-year-old son gets on it, and he does about 7 just real quick. And I said, okay, hey, stop. You don't have to keep going. And I'm thinking, when I was in the 7th grade, I couldn't have done 1. So, wow, these kids nowadays are so much stronger than I think that we ever thought about being at that age. So, but you know what? I'm Greg Hicks along with Coach Lynn Kendall. We're here talking Troop High football, and man, what an exciting game last night. And we knew going into it, you couldn't find two teams more evenly matched in Region 5, 4A, really probably across the state of Georgia. We looked at the scoring history by quarters, the points allowed, records, points scored by quarter. I mean, just everything. And you just almost couldn't get any more evenly matched. And as evident last night, it was just back and forth. And, wow, what an exciting game last night.
Well, going into the game, looking at the game going into it, we thought that Fayette County, of course, was came off of a big win last week, and we thought their momentum would be up. And then when you start looking at record and what you're talking about scoring, and then the two types of teams, there's a lot of comparisons you can make just with some of the skill levels and the body types and across the board with both teams. So when we went in and started the game, I thought that in a lot of ways this is a team that is very much just like us. They gave us a tremendous game, and they came out at halftime rolling, ready to play, and they did a great job in the third quarter, and and our guys did a great job responding in the fourth quarter and coming back and to win the game.
Well, we're going to go over each and every quarter, because I know you guys are going to want to hear this. I'll be honest with you, Coach. Somebody real close to us this morning, logistically here, and not just about 6 feet away, kind of admittedly gave up on us late, and I done scolded him bad this morning. He'll never do that again, Coach.
It's funny. You're the third person to tell me that this morning, and the first person, I don't know if he was just messing with me, but anyhow, like we tell the kids, hang in there. You got to hang in there to the end.
That's
you
right.
Keep battling.
Well, as you fans will find out just a little bit, we're going to go through it.
And I would like to mention, this is our games, through the radio is also shown internet, and I had a message this morning from a brother-in-law and sister-in-law that live up in Minnesota.
Oh, wow.
Watched the game last night. He's big, graduated from Nebraska, a big Nebraska fan. But he said he took the computer, plugged it into his 60-inch plasma, and ran the, anybody don't want to watch has got to leave, and everybody wants to watch, stay in. And he said my niece her big kick was just watching me pace sidelines and just had a good time
Wow.
laughing at me. But what reason I'm saying this is that if you can't get to the game and you have to work late, or you live out of town, maybe you're deployed in the military and you have time and you want to follow Troup Tiger football and follow brothers, sisters, cousins, all that type of thing, family, we have that opportunity now. And this is the reason I mentioned that too is probably the fourth time recently I've heard someone mention that they couldn't get to the game. They wanted to be at the game, but work related or something like that. But they watched the game live and enjoyed watching that and being part of that.
Well, this is our second year of streaming it live on eagle1023.com, and it seems like each week and as the year goes along, more and more people locally as well, but from a distance are tuning in. I know my daughter each and every week from Portland, Oregon tunes in. Alumnus Robert Palmer down in Augusta tunes in. It's just really nice to see all that happening. Hey, before we go to break, I'm going to, you hardcore football buffs, especially high school, let me run over some scores last week. It's getting late in the season, kind of some key matchups. Thompson beats Washington County 28-14. Woodward Academy 20, St. Pius 14, Valdosta 36, Colquitt County 36. Valdosta 38, Colquitt County 36. Greenville unfortunately fell last night to Hawkinsville 28-15. Griffin 28, Upson Lee 14. Harris County started off rough. Man, they've turned things around down there, having a pretty dadgum good year. I think they're leading their region right now. They beat Lee County last night 35-31. Peach County 24, Pike County 14, Sandy Creek 47, LaGrange 13, and Heard County 62, Temple 27. And Heard County, we got a chance to see them earlier in the year. They're the real deal up there. They should be about 8-0 now, and Coach Tim Barron's got them rolling up there at Heard County. Hey, you're listening to Troup High Football. I'm Greg Hicks along with Coach Lynn Kendall. We're live at Kia of LaGrange showroom. We'll be right back.
Jesse Lick here from Kia LaGrange. Did you know the Kia Optima Hybrid gets better highway miles per gallon and has a lower starting price than the Accord, Camry, and Fusion? The 2012 Kia Optima Hybrid starts as low as $24,900. Oh, by the way, the Optima Hybrid holds the Guinness Book of World Record for lowest fuel consumption in a hybrid vehicle, which averaged 64.5 miles per gallon. All Kia products are backed by Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. Visit us online at KiaLaGrange.com to help support your local economy.
We're roughing it today, so don't be late.
Whether it's a car accident, storm damage, or a fire, when the unthinkable happens, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes. In this moment, it doesn't matter if your neighbor has the same insurance you do. In this moment, what matters is that your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind them have you covered. Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people. The Mallory Agency, 301 West Harrelson Street, LaGrange. Visit them online at MalloryAgency.com.
To all the high school seniors in Troup County, Collision Autocraft Auto Body Repair would like to salute you on your accomplishment. Now that you're driving, Collision Autocraft would like to offer these safety tips. Wear your seatbelt. Avoid talking on your cell phone while driving. Don't text and drive. And always keep your eye on the road. Collision Autocraft has too often seen the results of careless driving. Drive safely and have a bright future. Don't forget to like Collision Autocraft on Facebook.
Mom, Dad, kids, watch what happens when two separate things become one beautiful, glorious thing. No longer will there be any arguing, shouting, or tear-dropping, but instead only hugging, high-fiving, and loving. That's because Orange Julius has been added to Dairy Queen. Kids get their favorite Dairy Queen treats like blizzards, ice cream cones, sundaes, and shakes, while Mom and Dad gets a delicious Orange Julius fruit drink, premium and light premium fruit smoothies. It's all there together at one store. No longer is it Dairy Queen or Orange Julius, but rather it's Dairy Queen and Orange Julius on New Franklin Road in LaGrange.
Caring about people, building relationships, supporting our community. At CB&T, it's what we do day after day, year after year. During our 71 years, we've worked hard to be the bank more people in Troup County trust with their money. So it's probably no surprise that we have 3 local branches and more ATMs to serve you than any other bank in the area. We're CB&T, familiar faces and a welcoming smile. CB&T is a division of Synovus Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
They're showing blitz. They'll hand it off to Dunlap. The ball carrier, down to the 5. Still fighting his way. He's going to that end zone. Touchdown, Tigers!
Yes! Daryl Dunlap takes a handoff from Will Smith at the 24-yard, actually the 18-yard line, all by himself with a big opening for the offensive line, and he twisted, turns all the way in the end zone. 3:35 left, 37 Fayette County, 34 Troup Tigers, and we're going to go for one with Will Bates because, two really doesn't do us any good.
Whether it be one or two at that point in time, the faithful Troup High Tiger fans are hanging out with us on the radio, and of course the stands were going nuts. We were on our way back, and that particular touchdown, 3:35 left to go in the fourth quarter, brought the Tigers, who were down at the start of the fourth quarter, as you and I talked at the end of the game last night, 17 points. We were down 37-20, and all of a sudden, things the guys kept their heads up. They kept playing hard football. And that brought us back within 3 points. And that was even not all the excitement that was about to happen. But, wow, you opened the game last night, you won the toss, and you elected to receive. And we looked at each other and said, well, okay, that's good. Kind of unusual. We normally, defer to the second half. And you guys,
I'm defensive-minded person often, so deferring to the second half is almost something that becomes very natural. But at the same time, we've been looking at, let's start off with the ball. Let's try to grab some momentum, and we've done that a couple of times in the last few games. And it's a lot of times it depends who you're playing too. What you want to try to do, and of course it comes down to a coin toss. So it's not a guarantee when you go out there anyhow.
Well, you guys opened up, and we thought, okay, well, let's see what we're going to do on offense, and you took the ball and promptly took 7 minutes off the clock.
That is something to start off with. We're very proud of. I think that's a good word for it. It was very, very methodical, and that. We moved the chains, had good balance in the running game and throwing game, and then, top that 7 minutes or so off of taking the first quarter off with a touchdown and then execute your extra point. And, as from the offensive side of the ball, you like to think you can do that 4 times a game. and when you do that, you burned a lot of clock and you scored a lot of points.
Well, we knew last night going into it, but what we had seen all the year. Yes, we've got a passing game. No, we don't use it a ton. I mean, we do use it a good bit, but you set we've seen a wishbone, an offset line power shift, if you will. You've used a shotgun. You've used just a veer, an I formation. That's like we were kind of talking about Jack and I last night, thinking, all right, what's he going to do tonight? And it just came out and just hammered and really set the tone early in the game. And that's one of the things that we haven't done a lot of is score in the first quarter. Right. And all of a sudden we're up, and next thing you know, we've got another one going along, and it's a ball game, and we're excited about it. And, of course, we missed a PAT in the first quarter, first half, and, you never want to do that because you're fearful of that.
That's, I've said this before on an earlier show. When you miss a field goal, and what have you said? You said, well, we should have got a first down. It shouldn't have been kicking a field goal. And not that you don't want to make field goals, especially when you get them further out. And you can't be too upset. You miss a 48-yard field goal, and that being said, then you come to an extra point, and the extra point should be 100%. I mean, that's just our goal.
Yeah,
you got to have it. And a lot of people think, it's just a point, but as just in this game right here, as the game developed and unfolded, you could see that those little points all of a sudden start to be crucial, because now you're forced to do things like go for 2, or it changes what you want to do. It changes play calling, and even changes the way you approach defensively what you need to do.
Well, that's true. That's true. Well, we're going to talk more Troup High Tiger football. Victory last night, 47-37. And I know you're saying, what? Yes, 47-37. You'll hear more about it when we come back. Saturday morning quarterback live from the Kia showroom of LaGrange.
Yeah.
Jesse Lick here from Kia of LaGrange. Did you know the Kia Optima Hybrid gets better highway miles per gallon and has a lower starting price than the Accord, Camry, and Fusion? The 2012 Kia Optima Hybrid starts as low as $24,900. Oh, by the way, the Optima Hybrid holds the Guinness Book of World Record for lowest fuel consumption in a hybrid vehicle, which averaged 64.5 miles per gallon. All Kia products are backed by Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. Visit us online at KiaofLaGrange.com to help support your local economy.
We're open 8 days, so don't be late.
As a business owner, nothing compares to the sense of pride you feel when unlocking your business first thing in the morning. In this moment, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes. It doesn't matter if the business down the street has the same insurance you do. What matters is that your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind them have you covered. Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people. The Mallory Agency, 301 West Harrelson Street, LaGrange. Visit them online at MalloryAgency.com.
To all the high school seniors in Troup County, Collision Autocraft Auto Body Repair would like to salute you on your accomplishments. Now that you're driving, Collision Autocraft would like to offer these safety tips. Wear your seatbelt. Avoid talking on your cell phone while driving. Don't text and drive. And always keep your eye on the road. Collision Autocraft has too often seen the results of careless driving. Drive safely and have a bright future. Don't forget to like Collision Autocraft on Facebook.
Chicken lovers, listen up. All across East Alabama and West Georgia, they're heading to Dairy Queen on New Franklin Road in LaGrange. Why? Because the spicy chicken strip basket is at Dairy Queen for a limited time in October. 4 strips of chicken, customer choice of fries, tots, or onion rings. I personally like the tots. Texas toast, dipping sauce, all that at a great price. You want some delicious chicken, you got to get the spicy chicken strip basket at Dairy Queen, New Franklin Road in LaGrange. It's so good, it's ridiculous.
CB&T. With us, you're closer to what's important to you. Closer to home with 3 branches in LaGrange. Closer to your money with mobile and internet banking and 6 local ATMs. Plus, you can use any Synovus or Publix Presto ATM in the Southeast. Closer to people who care about you. Local people who make local decisions. We're CB&T. How can we serve you today? CB&T is a division of Synovus Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Some restrictions apply to mobile banking.
Hey, welcome back here to Kia of LaGrange. Coleman Vice, Kurt Snyder, and, of course, it's the Troup County edition of Saturday Morning Quarterback. And I tell you, there's a lot of great cars made by Kia, but one that's got the buzz really, really rolling is that Kia Hybrid, Kia Optima Hybrid. Everybody keeps talking about it. It is an amazing vehicle, and not only has it broken records, but at 64 miles per gallon, you just have to stand back and just be in awe.
Ain't no doubt it's just like the Troup game last night, wasn't it, huh? Can you be in awe of that? What fun that was, what excitement. Again, we're just so excited to be a part of high school football. We enjoy having the coaches come out, Greg and Tony and the other people that are hosting and stuff. It's just a lot of fun, a lot of excitement. Invite all of y'all to come by one Saturday morning, have a Chick-fil-A biscuit with us, and just kind of enjoy hanging out with the coaches. I so look forward to Saturday. Hey, and we can hook you up with a Kia any day of the week except for Sunday.
There you go. So come on by here and get to work with this great staff here, these salespeople. Don't work on commission. They're there to be an assistant buyer with you, going to help you get the best deal that you possibly can. So come by and visit with us here at Kia of LaGrange on Lafayette Parkway in LaGrange. And now another fabulous highlight from last night's game.
Take the shotgun snap, hand the ball off to Dunlap. Dunlap running for his life, trying to get to the first down. Gets the first down and more. Still on his feet at the 40. Fighting his way down the field. He's at the 45. He could go to 25, 20, aiming for the corner. Down to the 10-yard line is Daryl Dunlap.
No flags, 11-yard line. Daryl Dunlap, 80 yards. It seems like he ran from the 44-yard line all the way over to the Tiger sideline, comes back across. Individual effort. He just pulled it out. Guys, you need to see this on video. One of the biggest runs in Troup High in a long time. Dunlap it was all him. It was
we
all
can
him.
win this ball game. That will be the play of the game.
Well, I tell you what, when I said it's given the circumstances, that was a huge run, a huge effort by the offensive line getting Darryl a quick hit, quick opening, and then after he passed that initial line of scrimmage, it was all Darryl. He broke 3, 4, 5 tackles and just kept on rolling.
I thought it was pretty exciting on the sideline, but then after hearing that playback, you guys in the booth, it was pretty fun up there. It seemed like, but Darryl had a solid performance last night, and that run That run starts off, though, with a great trap block by Wellington Callaway. And of course, you don't see all this live as it goes on. And then as Darrell came underneath the trap, there was a tremendous line surge by the rest of our offensive line. And that gave him some alleys to go ahead and then start getting into the second level. And he's such a hard guy to bring down once he gets in the second level and third level of defense.
That's right.
And then, running hard and scrambling and driving and getting down there close to the goal line to set us up for a touchdown by Lamonte Truitt, who had a great game last night, running the ball, making catches, making some blocks out on the perimeter, playing solid defense. And I was really happy for him and how hard he played, and you just saw all the different tools that he has come out of his toolbox there.
Well, one of the things that we haven't talked about, and I did not record it down last night, but between the 3:35 mark and that 33-second mark that Darrell ran it down to the 11-yard line, something happened at about the 2:05 mark, a very crucial point in the game. Fayette County had the ball 4th and a half a yard. And the Tigers, they had called their last time out, let the clock run down. Fayette County called their last time out. You got your guys over. I'm sure you told them, you got no choice. You got to hold them. And for two play in a row, it was 3rd and 1 and 4th and a half a yard.
Right.
And we stopped them. That was a huge play.
And then on that final stop there, we have, of course, Maurice Swain and, Dalton Hadley, Bruce Danford flying in there at the point of attack. And then the rest of the defense collapsing in on that play. And because, for a moment there, I thought he was going to get loose and spill over across the first down mark. But just a good surge and also just running to the ball, swarming at the point of attack and snuffing that out.
Well, I tell you, that was, and at that point in time, guys, we were still down 3 points. And there was 2 minutes left in the game. And we took over at about the 47, 48-yard line of right at midfield into Fayette County territory. And I think it's all of a sudden the clouds parted because we had life. And not that we still had life, but we knew that there was a chance. 2 minutes left. I think everybody on the sidelines, I know up in the radio booth, looked at each other. We're going to win this ball game. And 3 or 4 plays later, between Darrell and Wellington opening up a hole and Darrell running down, and then, of course, Will Smith connecting on a sharp pass to Lamonte Truitt, who really caught it on about the 1 and had to turn and just stretch out over the goal line.
Yeah, he turned, stretched
great
out.
Individual effort.
Yeah, just a great effort. Got a little shield block there by Trevor Spradlin. But leading up to that, we're talking about some of the scoring or what just led to the score, but we have Nordez and Florence making key catches. Will Smith throwing the ball extremely well, throwing a lot of different types of routes. Malcolm Tatum making some key catches and also getting out of bounds.
That's right.
And what I'm trying to pull together here is that you can see the whole team effort happening, and of course we always see who scores.
That's right.
At the end, but as that developed in order to get to that situation and during that, I think it was 8-19 or so, we scored about 20 points. And we always preach to them, it really, literally only takes seconds to score.
That's right.
Whether you're trying to defend it or trying to actually score, and that, you keep doing what you do and do it the way we practiced it and, relax a little bit and it'll happen. Sometimes, if you play too tense, then that doesn't work for you because you don't make catches or you don't make throws or you miss a block. And there's just so many things that went on during that game. We had, Mitch Mathis, offensive tackle, sophomore, played an awesome game. We had an offensive lineman have to go out for several plays, and we had Tristan Thompson, another young offensive lineman, roll in there, and we didn't miss a beat. I mean, he's part of that rotation, but he comes right off the sideline, and he's making his blocks, getting his assignments, giving us good protection, and then also good run assignment too. But it's tough sometimes when you come right off the sideline and you're getting a big pass rush, and you haven't gotten the rhythm of the game as an offensive lineman to pick up those blitzes and those things that are coming in at us. Ricky Frazier had a great night last night.
Yes, he did.
69-yard touchdown run, which, I don't know. I have to get a clock out on that thing. That thing was fast.
He was gone.
I mean, he was moving. And, if you turn the right way for a couple of moments, you're like, what happened? And, we could just talk about all these guys that were just stepping up last night and contributing, and which we really like to see because we have more and more doing that instead of just depending on a few people trying to always carry the load.
And, third quarter, we had to overcome 2 fumbles. Darryl leapt to player, if you will. He leaped over trying to make a play like he always does. He came down, guy hit him right in the breadbasket. The ball popped out. They recovered. Tigers still did. They had to come over. They had to overcome that one a little bit later on. Little flare pass, probably like about an 8-yard little hook. Trevor catches the ball, gets hit. He immediately trying to run the ball, pops out. So we had to overcome on 2 consecutive possessions.
Yeah.
2 fumbles. We overcame that.
Those are tough.
And it took a team effort. Nobody got
did.
down. They just kept on hammering.
We've got to stop putting ourselves in that situation. Going back to that big fourth down stop, another individual that was part of that. And if you're watching from the stands, you probably can't even see it in the mix. But Dikembe Billingsley down, 2 technique slants and just great technique comes in, and he's one of the initial ones that makes that play, so the rest of them can rally and get to the ball. And that's just efforts by everybody. And then we got to mention Michael Mackfield. Mac picks up a touchdown as defensive lineman. It's the defensive lineman's dream. Senior year, crucial game. Has all kinds of ramifications, and it's kind of like the icing on the cake. And he scoops and scores on a 44-yard touchdown. And he learned something. Earlier in the season, he had the same opportunity, and it didn't work out for him. This time, he's like, I'm not going to let this thing roll, go pass me by. But, a couple people before we talk, I'd like to, hats off to everybody, and, of course, all the fans. But, our coaching staff works incredibly hard, and we got a great staff. We don't have people running around, most people have great staff, don't have people that are worried about who gets credit and all those things.
That's right.
At the end of the day, it's for the kids anyhow. But Coach Mitchum, our defense coordinator, Coach Wilbanks, linebackers, Coach Hill, secondary, Coach Floyd, our defensive line and strength coach, Johnson, OC, Coach Wynn, our running back coach, Coach Hairston, receivers, Easterly, offensive line, and then we have Coach Hurd and Coach Trammell, who also do our 9th grade. And then definitely not last, but definitely not least, our new trainer this year, Casey Bizneri, just an outstanding job, very professional, highly trained. We are really blessed to have her on our staff right now, and it's helped us get guys back on the field and also make some good decisions medically throughout the year for some of our kids.
Well, I tell you what, like I said, there is so much that goes on behind the scenes to make everything happen. And we appreciate everybody. Appreciate all the fans showing the support. Everybody watching us on the internet. It has been fun so far, and so far means next week. Like you said last week, we don't need any kind of extra hype to bring this game to the forefront. Next week, it's the annual renewal of the crosstown rivalry between your Troup High Tigers and LaGrange Grangers. And I tell you what, neither one of us are number 1 or number 2 in the state, but I promise you this is a huge game next week as far as playoff implications. Yeah, no need to build it up. We know the stands are going to be packed. With all that being said, next Friday night, Callaway Stadium, we are the home team this year. Wear your gold and navy and be there. Fill them up and fill them up quick. We're all excited about this game next week. Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you.
And I'm Greg Hicks along with Coach Lynn Kendall, and we will see you next Saturday here on the radio.
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
Thanks for listening to the Troup Tigers Kia of LaGrange Saturday morning quarterback show on Eagle 102.3, WLAG 1240 AM, 96.9 FM, and online at eagle1023.com with Greg Hicks and Troup Tigers coach Lynn Kendall.
Jesse Licht here from Kia of LaGrange. Did you know the Kia Optima Hybrid gets better highway miles per gallon and has a lower starting price than the Accord, Camry, and Fusion? The 2012 Kia Optima Hybrid starts as low as $24,900. Oh, by the way, the Optima Hybrid holds the Guinness Book of World Record for lowest fuel consumption in a hybrid vehicle, which averaged 64.5 miles per gallon. All Kia products are backed by Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile